there. My name is Nicole Phillip and I am your brand strategist. So today I want to talk about this topic. It was all a dream. Have you ever had a dream where you just felt like, you know what? I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to start. But today is your day. Many times, and I've experienced it personally. I want to tell you a little bit about my story. I worked corporately for over 12 years and it was so comfortable, getting a paycheck every 2 weeks or every week, just in my comfort zone. Then something happened. My job came in. I was a supervisor and I had a team of about 30 people, and they walked us into a room, all of the supervisors and managers, and told us, today is going to be your last day. And as you know, the fear and the concern came to mind, and then they also said, listen, you are going to help us to also let off all of your employees because the site is closing down. You can imagine the horror. What do I do? But luckily, years ago, I had started a business in marketing where I was just doing graphics, and it was kind of on the side. It was my hobby because I was focused on building a career, climbing the corporate ladder. But this opportunity showed me the power of investing in your dream, the power of launching out and not being afraid of what's on the inside of you, and taking a risk and investment in you. Many times we can invest in so many things, but we don't invest in ourselves. So this year, 2020, has showed us, and if it hasn't shown you already, there's still a couple of months left in this year where you need to know that you have to birth out purpose. And what does that mean in business terms? You have to live your dream, because there's more to life than just your day in and day out job. Now, you may not leave your job and go full-time in entrepreneurship like me, but there is something that you yourself can produce, and you can produce it now. So today, the topic again is, it was all a dream. And I want to help you navigate 5 steps as you prepare to launch your dream, as you begin to get clarity and really build something greater than yourself. And as always, we always have to start with a why. What is your why? Why would you even wake up in the middle of the night and think about this dream? What is driving you? And a lot of times it's our family members, it's our desire to have our time and our freedom, it's the desire to have choices, because wealth gives you choices. I've experienced both. I've experienced not having, I've experienced having, I experienced the in-between where you're like, I don't know where it's going to come from. And you have to reach down and become your next level. I want to stop there, because many times we hinder ourselves when we don't focus on personal development. A mentor of mine says, you will not exceed your income will not exceed your personal development. I'm going to say it again because I kind of stumbled over those. But your income will not exceed your personal development. And so anytime I get at a crossroads in my business, in my life, I begin to just pull away and I ask myself several questions. I say, who do I need to become for my next level? What characteristics, what disciplines am I not displaying right now that is causing me to live the life I'm seeing today? Think about that. What disciplines? What is in my character or my habits that I'm not able to see the life that I desire today? And when you become self-aware and you take that full responsibility, because a lot of times it may seem like it's not your fault, right? You haven't had the resources, you haven't had the leadership. You've seen some challenges. I saw a quote today that some of us are made from scratch. We don't have the resources. There is no inheritance. All we have is skill, passion, and a desire. So you may be made from scratch, but today I want to give you the keys that you need to be able to transform your life from today into the life you always dreamed of. So I want to introduce you to this book. This book allowed me to really to actually sign my largest contract. And so I love what Russel Brunson teaches. And so this book is called Expert Secrets. What you can do is go in the link in this video and you can actually request this book for free. I think you just pay for shipping. But there are some keys that I want to introduce to you as we talk about the dream. And you'll see this, once you order the book, you'll see this on page 10. So it starts talking about phase number 1, which is the dreamer. And this is what it says. Recently, I read a post on Instagram from my friend, Tom, entitled How to Develop Passion. But it could easily have been entitled How to Become an Expert. In this post, he listed 5 things to develop your passion or your expertise. And so I'm going to go over those 5 things today. I'm going to break them down and give you my personal experience and maybe even tell you a couple of stories. So I want you to stick around, share this video with someone who you know really has a dream and desires to launch it out, but they may be afraid, they may feel like they don't have time to do it, they may not even know where to start, or that might be you. So these 5 keys are going to help you to transition smoothly into living your dream. So number 1, go experiment with a ton of stuff. I think this is the best time to take on. I have, let me tell you this story. I have interns that come in, and I have individuals who call me and want to know, how do I live out marketing? What do I do? What are some advice or some tips that you can give me so that I can be successful? Well, one of the things I do is I begin to introduce them to all aspects of the business. And so that's what you have to do. As you determine your niche in your industry, or maybe you even have a broad, what they call the blue ocean, you begin to go and experiment. What do you like? What is important to you? What sparks your energy? What sparks your passion? And you begin to look at those things and really drill down on, okay, this is my passion. This is my dream lived out. And you find mentors, or you might even say, I don't have a mentor. Well, there's YouTube. You can go on there and find individuals who are doing the same thing. I had a conversation today with someone about they're getting ready to take a course. So they're following the path that individuals have already journeyed. And that's the key. Okay, number 2, which I went into a little bit. Identify things that spark your interest. So, as you know, marketing is huge. What part of marketing do you like? What do you like, advertising or publication, or do you like developing print or graphics? You know, as you begin to look at your industry, there are what are called niche markets or specialties within that larger industry that you may be more skilled at. So I want you to begin to just write those things down. Let's pause just for a second and write those things down. What are your interests? Some of you have already begun to shadow and go into your industry, maybe even do some freelance things or develop your business and start to reach out to family and friends as you want to gain more clients. I want you to write those things down. What was your most important or your most exciting part as you begin to work in that niche. Well, number 3, engage deeply with those things. And so I told you the story about the interns that they begin to operate in all of the aspects of the business. But then there comes a time where I see the spark in their eye and they really specialize in a portion of that. I had an employee who began to want to do websites. I had them in some email marketing and social media, but they didn't really advance and really shine in those areas. And then we had a conversation and she said, I really love designing. I love creating logos. And so that's where we began to focus her time. And when we focused her time, she began to execute at a higher level, much faster. She began to focus in and produce quality work. And as a business owner, many times we have to do all of the different jobs. We have to be the salesperson, we have to be the executor, we have to be the accounts payable, we need to be the accountant, then we have to be the collections person, we have to be HR, and you can find yourself getting lost in all those tasks. And so it's important to try to multiply yourself so that you can be able to hone in and focus on where you bring the most value. And I'm telling you, I know that's hard because you have to train people, you have to trust them with your business. You may even say, I don't even have the income to maybe outsource, but you can do it little by little. And so if you just focus in and say, okay, this month, what task can I delegate this to someone else? Or who can I hire that has the expertise in this particular role as I focus in on the job or position that is most valuable to me? Okay. Number 4, as you engage, if it goes from interest to true fascination, go down the path and gain mastery. This is so important. I think it was, I think I heard Eric Thomas quote someone else, and maybe Tony Robbins also said this, but it takes about 10 years to master something, all of those hours. And so really taking the time, and especially now we have so many gurus that begin to pop up over time, but really taking the time to invest in yourself and master your craft. A lot of times before I launch a new product, I want to begin to try that on my own business, on my own self, so that I can learn while I earn, okay? And so it's important that you take the time to really, really hone in and try paths and systems. I can't tell you the amount of money that I've invested in courses and systems in order to master my craft. And many times you'll have those areas where you make mistakes and you don't do well, but it's not those things that really matter, it's how you recover. And so that's super important that you take the time to master. And a lot of times, listen, it takes you to give it away for free because you have not mastered your craft. Oh, wow. And so when you give it away for free, you actually gain more because you are giving away value. And so when you give away value, you become the person that everyone looks at as the expert. Because you gave them something that they had been looking for. You gave them value. You gave them the things that they were seeking. And you did it from a place where, a place of learning. Where I want to learn, I want to master my craft. And because I have not mastered it, I have the integrity to know that I may not charge as I would charge if I was an expert in my field. You get that? And then as you begin to really master that, You gain more confidence to know that once my prices go up to a certain amount, I know I have invested hours, I have invested resources, I have invested money within my own self. So I don't have a problem asking for this, because I have first taken in the value that I wish to give away. Wow. And so that really helps to strengthen your business. It helps to strengthen the trust that clients have within you. And then the last point, we're going to wrap up. It's going to turn into that fascination plus mastery equals passion. Fascination plus mastery equals passion. And this is where you begin to turn your passion into profit. Wow. Because now you're willing to give up this and give up that's taking your time, and give up this job. Come on, and give up this relationship, because you understand I have to focus in on passion. I think it was in 2019, I began to really challenge myself to say, Nicole, you cannot get distracted by every business that comes to mind. If it does not further your marketing business, if it does not further your passion, you have to use this one word. And this one word, this 2-letter word, is called N-O. Come on, we're going to put it on the screen. N-O. We have to learn how to say no to good things so that we can walk in great things. It's a good opportunity. But is it a great opportunity? Is it meant for me? Is it causing me to walk into the fullness of who I am? Is it causing me to walk into the passion of who I am? And so as we think about developing that dream, it starts with a dream. It was all a dream. And many times we just don't know how to get started. And you want to know how to get started? Get started. Take one foot in front of the other. Reach out to experts like myself. Say, hey, I really want to launch this business. I really want to get started, and I don't know where to begin. Reach out to experts that are in your current industry and say, hey, where did you get started? If you don't have that, go to YouTube and type in how to get started with your industry. And I promise you, there will be videos that will come up, and you find those who have mastered their craft, and you try out their system. And if their system doesn't work, you tweak it for yourself, or you find a new system until you seek success. Well, we just want to thank you for watching today. We're going to have more content for you. Just want to go over those 5 tips as you begin to launch your dream. We're here for you. Again, my name is Nicole Phillip. I am your branding strategist, and I look forward to working with you. Have a good day.